You ever have to do like a adult circumcision?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that happens a lot, actually.
Interesting.
So adult circumcision happens just for cosmetic reasons. People just want it, but sometimes people are having, like, during sex, they'll have actual, like, tearing of the foreskin or tearing of the frenulum, which is the area on the underside of the penis that connects the foreskin. But sometimes you'll have a condition called phimosis, which is where you cannot retract your foreskin, and that can be that can be an emergency if you can't get if someone can't urinate, can't get a catheter in. So sometimes we've had to, in the emergency room, we'll have to do what's called a dorsal slit, where you actually make a slit on the top of the foreskin to expose it enough so you can get the glands or the head of the penis exposed. Yeah. Sometimes there's penile cancer under there. You'll see that. Like, that's extremely rare, but it does happen. Yeah. Then the counter of that is something called a paraphimosis, where it's actually the foreskin gets stuck behind the head of the penis and swells. So it's basically kind of clamping it off. And that's an emergency as well.
Whoa, dude. So then you have to cut it
Yeah,
off.
so basically the key is, like, actually it's like you squeeze for a while to get all the, like, swelling out, and then you try to kind of just, like, pop it back, like, kind of pop the foreskin back.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to go to the operating room, or you need to actually cut the foreskin to get it back. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
And that can be really bad in people with, like, diabetes, like, who don't have, like, good sensation. Like, some people don't realize it, or, like, bedbound patients with catheters, like, they're getting their catheter checked at their nursing facility and someone forgets to put the foreskin down. Yeah. Like, so yeah, those are.
Wow, dude. That's like.
Yeah.
What's the recovery like on that? Because full transparency, and I've talked about this before, so I'm not embarrassed to say, but I'm circumcised. My mom got a lot of hate for that. She was on this podcast a long time ago, and there was a ton of people online that were, like, super mad at her for circumcising me as a baby. So there's a lot of people that, like, will never have to do that. I don't know what it would be like as a conscious human being, because I have no idea. I don't remember
exactly right
as a conscious human being, like, having to get that shit cut off of me.
Yes.
And then go home.
Yes. So it's interesting, because I sometimes just out of there's this whole movement. I think some of them are actually called the intactivists.
What does that mean?
Like, so they are, like, very pro intact foreskin. There's a documentary on Netflix. Yeah. You see it online. Like, I will just sometimes read the Reddit forums just to see these, like, alternate viewpoints. Yeah. Because I think, like, when you think of it, like, yes, a lot of people think of it as, like, genital mutilation. Which is a whole other issue. But, like, when you're a urologist, you see it. It's like, it can be an emergency. It can be a source of chronic infections. So, like, something circumcision is a really, like, important. It's really important. It does help prevent. It does have health benefits.
I was gonna say, people say, and this is, I'm just speaking in myths. Yeah. I see a lot of people, whether you've ever watched pornography or not, you'll see people in the comments get very sensitive about it. You see it on Reddit. People are, like, super sensitive about it. Like,
sure.
No, you shouldn't be circumcised. People you could find, there's videos on this YouTube channel of my mom getting so much shit.
That's crazy. Your poor mom.
People are like, that poor child. He's never gonna know what true sensation is because he was mutilated and da 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 da. I'm like, I have busted many nuts. I think I'm okay. It feels okay still. So
yeah, I think that's the thing. Is, like, okay.
But then the other side is people say it's cleaner, and then other people are like, that's not true. It's not
just, like, learn to clean your. I've heard to, like, learn to clean your. Well, it's like sometimes it's so tight you can't pull it back.
It does seem, and I don't mean to shame anybody that doesn't have it or is uncircumcised. It does seem like a hassle. It seems like an extra. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it does seem like, okay, if I wanted that, I would have to do some extra, scrubbing.
You do need, and I think it's some people. Some people are just never taught how to do that. Yeah. So it does, like, and there are some actual health. So being circumcised helps prevent. You have a lower risk of penile cancer. Penile cancer is extraordinarily rare. But chronic irritation, inflammation can cause tumors of the penis. Lowers HIV risk in men who have sex with men. They've studied this in other countries as well. So it does have some documented, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for it, but, like, does have documented, actual, scientifically proven health benefits. Yeah. this is not an argument of aesthetics or sensation. So hopefully people commenting on this can separate like the actual science. And also, like I said, it can be an emergency because you cannot get a catheter in, or someone can't urinate, or the foreskin is stuck behind. Like if you have someone who's in a nursing facility with dementia and they have a catheter in their bladder and they're having their foreskin left behind their penis, and then it can't be because it gets so swollen. That's like, so there are actual like
real benefit, like regardless of your preference or what your parents chose to or not do to you. There's some science,
and that is how I'm approaching it. Is like there is actual science behind it, and like whether you're circumcised or not. But like we see people of all ages who come in for circumcisions, chronic infections of the foreskin, of the glands.
So what's it look like if a 26-year-old, 27-year-old goes in, gets some, little work done, circumcision? What's that like recovery? Is he good like a couple days, a week, month?
Yeah, usually it's very, very well tolerated, the surgery. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes. You go home same day. We basically say no sexual activity for a couple of weeks. There'll be some swelling, some bruising, but it's very, very well tolerated.
You ever have anybody like they go home and they tried beating off right away? And
I don't know if I have. I'm trying to think. I have had people who have kind of popped the sutures, like the stitches on it for one reason or another.
God, guys,
which you actually, a lot of it is just like we can just observe it. Like you don't really take them back to the operating room to restitch. Yeah,
you just kind of like watch it.
You kind of just watch it because the penis heals fantastically well. So as urologists, I will say we are very fortunate enough to operate on extremely resilient organs.
Thanks for watching that last video. Click right over here to see that episode in its entirety. Click over here if you want to subscribe and see more videos and other cool shit that we put out on this channel. Do it.